Your personality alone has the power to make you very wealthy, and I need you to tap in to exactly who you truly are at your core. Forget people copying you, forget thinking that things are oversaturated. In this video, I'm going to explain to you exactly why it's not. There is not another one of you. Now, when you decide to show up as who you truly are and do the things that you truly want to be, you not only attract the people that are most interested in you and the things you have to offer, but it also gives you a competitive edge. Now, I know so often we're like, oh, okay, things are oversaturated, this X, Y, and Z. Maybe I should use another sales tactic. But what if I told you one of the best things you could ever do was use your personality to your advantage? So often we hear about personality hires. So often we hear about these success stories. People blow up overnight. And what if I told you that it has a lot to do with who they truly are? This is going to be your golden ticket, your personality. Even if you're not very extroverted, maybe you're an introvert, there's something about you that has a uniqueness to it. And I need you to hone in on that and study yourself. The beautiful thing about studying yourself and recognizing who you truly are is not only is this going to be beautiful for you in the long run in life in general, it also gives you a certain je ne sais quoi about yourself. It gives you a certain, you ever see and you're just like, I just can't put my finger on it. I just like that person, or I just trust them, or I just feel like, yes, it's because they're showing up as who they truly are and they're not trying to adopt someone else's personality. It doesn't matter how many times you try to copy someone else's blueprint. It doesn't matter how many times someone else tries to copy your blueprint. You can never be them. They can never be you. Even if you're a twin, nobody has your same fingerprints. Nobody has your same footprints. It is something about you that no one else has. There is not another one of you. This is why I don't believe in oversaturation. I believe that things work out for people who have the courage and the audacity to show up who they truly are. That's what I believe. When people say things are oversaturated, oh, digital products are oversaturated, oh, this is oversaturated. But if you have a certain personality spunk, or if you have the courage to add to something, add value, maybe some type of skill set that you love, maybe something that you're naturally good at, something that you may not like about yourself, but other people may like, it's just authentically you. There is no such thing as competition. There is no such thing as oversaturation. This is all pure alignment, babe. Yeah. This is actually you showing up as who you are. And then that's going to make the people who need to be around you and who need to purchase the things from you, they're going to come with ease and it's going to be way less resistance and more flow. But when we try to adopt what we see on social media, or when we try to adopt personalities that we feel like we should use in order to make sales, or in order to get friends, or in order to be accepted, that is when you are becoming a master at self sabotage. And now you're just not even channeling and tuning into who you truly are at your core. God created you, Source created you, the universe created you. Whatever you believe, there is not another person on this earth like you, and you need to use that to your advantage. I don't care who you are watching this video. There is something different about you. And if you don't believe so, now is the time to start self discovery. You are the only person that's going to be with yourself 24/7 for the rest of your life. So you better get comfortable. So the best thing you can do is start discovering what are some of the things that I like? What are some of the things that I feel like I'm naturally good at? What are some of the things that I'm naturally interested in? For example, I love talking to entrepreneurs. I love all things digital marketing, digital products. That's just what I like. I love sales. I love things like that. But something that's a little different about me is I also love to read. I also love books. So some things, it doesn't even have to be, I know when we think of personality, you think like, oh, it has to be something extravagant. But no, it could be something like a hobby, something you're generally good at. Maybe you're interested in flowers. Maybe you like boots. Maybe you like watches. These are all certain personality traits. And I think sometimes we think you have to be funny or beautiful or super talented, and your talent is going to be subjective to you. So just because it might not be like a main street thing, or just because you might feel like, oh, well, I don't think it's worth it, someone out there does think it's worth it, and that is your advantage. Your personality can make you wealthy in 2025, and I need you to hone in on that because this is going to be in the best interest for you and your business. If you're an entrepreneur watching this, which you probably are, or you're probably thinking about it, I want you to incorporate your personality some type of way in your offers, some type of way in your deliverables. This is not only going to give you an advantage with your customers, this is going to build some type of level of trust and relatability. People purchase things off of emotions. Selling is psychology. So people purchase things that they feel a bit of a connection to. It doesn't have to be a major connection, but it's kind of like, especially if you are the brand and you're selling something, they might want to know like a little backstory, or they might want to know, like, okay, well, how do I relate to this person? All of this can easily be shown through your personality. If they watch a couple videos, or if they look at your website and see a couple things that are relatable or something quirky that they like about you, then boom, there's a sale right there. See, social media is fairly easy, but I feel like a lot of times we make it hard because we're overthinking. And the overthinking is the lack of touching grass. Okay. So the overthinking is the lack of logging off and actually going into real life and re calibrating who you truly are at your core, because it's very difficult to do when you're bombarded with other personalities and other people on social media. So that's why I recommend to, I wouldn't say you don't necessarily even have to take a break, do a cleanse. What I would say is create some type of balance. So by balance, I mean, if you're an entrepreneur, that's why I'm really big on automations. Like, have your things scheduled so that you don't have to be tending to the social media space 24/7. It is not okay for a creative, and it is not conducive to you trying to cultivate your personality and figure out who you are. Okay, this is a journey. So if you're watching this video and like, what is my personality? Like, what am I good at? Just start being you. Just start trying things. This may be new to you. Maybe you've been copying someone since you were in kindergarten. Maybe you've been copying people since forever. But I tell you one thing, you can only copy a person before you hop on the trend and start copying someone else. Or someone can only copy you, because I can remember people copying things that I did. And this is like not stroking my ego or anything. But when you're a natural creative and when you don't mind showing up as who you are, people that don't know who they are will naturally copy you, and those people eventually fall off. So it's just something that comes with it. I also understand on a deeper level that to take nothing personal, and that people are just trying to figure themselves out. And sometimes when we are on social media, or when we're surrounded by people so often and you never have that alone time, you subconsciously start to adopt other people's personalities. You do. And you start subconsciously doing the things that they do, talking how they talk, hand gestures the same, movements the same. I mean, this is all like psychology 101, neuroscience, but seriously. So I challenge you to use your personality to your advantage in business. I don't know who this video was for, but it's very, very specific. If you feel like, well, I don't know what to do in my business, I don't know what's going to make me stand out, babe, your personality is what's going to make you stand out. The very thing that you probably don't like about yourself, someone is probably experiencing the same thing, and they wish that a person like you would come to the forefront and be honest. So often we hear these success stories and people on social media going viral, and more often than not, it's literally something that it's the most random thing. And it's because they were showing up as who they truly are. Look at Kai Cenat. He's a streamer and he screams everywhere and everyone loves him. I love him. And it's simply because that man is being himself. No matter what, the hate is going to come. People are going to have comments, but guess what? People are going to talk about you when you're here, and people are going to talk about you when you're gone. So you decide what you want to do. It's up to you. The decision is yours. So every time you make a decision in your business, every time you make a decision when you go live, every time you make a decision when you decide to meet a new person, I want you to make the decision to start showing up as who you are. Not only is it going to be easier for you, it's going to be in the best interest for you. Okay? Use your personality to get wealthy in 2025. Use it in your business, use it in your brand, and use it in your relationships. See you on the next video.